welcome back. Welcome to my channel, County for Real, County in the kitchen this morning. Make me a healthy sandwich, tuna fish. Healthy tuna fish sandwich. Then I want to just read some passages out of my book, my accounting book. I have two accounting books right there. So welcome to my channel. Welcome back to you. Welcome back to you, to those of you who have been to my channel before, and all you new YouTubers, thanks for joining me. So I have, just want to show you how I make my tuna fish sandwiches. So healthy tuna fish sandwich. So what I do, I have some honey wheat bread. And sometimes I do use whole wheat bread. This is honey wheat bread. Let me see. This is honey wheat bread. It says no high fructose corn sugar. And it says only has 70 calories, 2 grams of sugar, 115 grams of sodium, 0 grams of fat. So I guess the sodium is not too bad. 115. Sometimes I do get the whole wheat. Oh, I do have 70 calories, no cholesterol, a little bit of fiber, 3% fiber, and it does have vitamin D, 20%, calcium, 20%, iron, 6%, no potassium, but thiamine, 8%, riboflavin, 6%, niacin, 6%, folate, 10%. So that's, so that's the, so it's trying to, and it's called honey wheat bread, 70 calories. That's not too bad when and then this is the tuna fish already drained. So I usually buy the tuna fish in water. I buy the tuna fish in water. So let me show you what the can look like. I usually get the good, pretty good tuna. That's Bumblebee. So I have Bumblebee. This is a chunk white tuna in water. And so it's kind of healthy for you. And so what I do, I have my tuna already drained. What I do, I usually cut up some onions. And I take my bread. I take my bread and make some toast. What I do, I cut up some onions like this. And I also have an egg. I have an egg that's boiling. I put an egg in mine and make my toast, and that'll be my sandwich. So just a few little onions. just have onions that I chop up. I put them on in my just little onions I chopped up. Put them in my bowl. Rinse this off. So, and then I do add salad dressing to mine. I don't like mayonnaise. I mean, I use mayonnaise sometimes, but um, salad dressing, I do add a little bit of salad dressing. So I add about tablespoon of salad dressing, like this, about this much. So I can, don't like my toast dry. So then just, add your salad dressing. And see. Just mix it like that. 1 tablespoon. One tablespoon of salad dressing. And then I get my egg. See my egg boiling. Pour that. Look at that. So I got cold water over my egg. While the egg is cooling. Okay. While the egg is cooling, and I also have a little bit of vitamin D milk that I drink. And this is 160 calories, but milk, vitamin D. Helping strong bones. So what I do, I always like to use my glass, as you know. I use my wine glass. And cheers. So what I do, turn my stove on. So I don't like this edges of the bread, so I take that part off. And what I do, just take a little butter. I butter my bread down. Well, actually, I use margarine. Put my bread in the pan. I'll leave it one sandwich. One sandwich. Butter my bread down and just put it on in the pan like so. And so while my bread is toasting, excuse me. While my bread is toasting, I want to see if my egg is cooled on. So what I do, just peel it, and then put it on in my oh, it's cooling on real good. So then I just take my egg. What I do, I just cut it, slice it. And see how my eggs. See, I like my eggs well done in the inside. Just chop them up and put them right in my tuna. Take my toast. It ain't brown yet. Not brown yet. what I do, and I just take my eggs and put it on in the bowl, like so. And take for a minute. So they're gonna give me some more. So my toast is browning. Good. So what I do is take my once I put my eggs in there, just stir it up like that. And I have my tuna with my eggs. And so now look at my toast and turn it down a little bit. I'll need one sandwich. One sandwich. So my toast is brown. There we go. So take the toast out, it's brown, and I put the pan off there. And also sometimes I put a little Lawry's seasoned salt, just a little bit in the tuna fish. And so stir it up. And take my other toast out. So what I do, so my toast is ready. So all I do is just take it and spread the tuna on it. Spread the tuna on it, and sometimes I cut my tuna sandwich in half, and voila, tuna on toast with toast with onions and eggs, and so now what I do is some of this stuff away. I still got the tuna. I put this to the side. That in the fridge. And so cheese. My homemade tuna. That's how I do my tuna. Drain my tuna in a can. Boil me an egg, put it in there. Cut up about you don't need that much. It depends on how many cans of tuna you want to use. So about a third piece of an onion. Cut it up real small. And there you have it. Nice toasted tuna fish sandwich. See? Mhm. Mhm. And, and some people you can use a toaster, but I don't have a toaster right now. I just brown in a pan. I was brown and and then the pan I'll bring it over here so I can clean it. And also mhm. Also I have my Lala smoothies. I went to the store yesterday, bought me a couple 6 packs. So sometimes I like to drink milk too. And so, mhm. And delicious. Um, and sometimes all you need is one. All you need is one sandwich, toast on both sides, toast it on both sides. Mhm. And that's the inside. And sometimes I use lettuce. Mhm. Sometimes I put lettuce on my sandwich, but I didn't want any lettuce on it this time. I didn't want any lettuce this time. But sometimes I put lettuce. Mhm. But mhm. And lettuce and that salad dressing really brings the sandwich out because it makes it a little sweet rather than using mayonnaise. Mhm. So even when I make my potato salad, I use salad dressing. Cheers. I make my potato salad. I use salad dressing. Mhm. So you don't need to get yourself too full. And sometimes in the morning, it's just one tuna fish sandwich, and um, I cut back on eating a lot of red meat. And it's the first time I had tuna fish in a long time, probably since last year. Uh-uh. Mm-hmm. I always did like tuna fish. Um, that was good. Other than that, one sandwich, whole wheat bread, tuna fish. How healthy can you get? Also, you can take tuna fish. Uh, boil your eggs, chop your onions up with your salad dressing. Instead of toast, you can have crackers. Add some crackers and maybe a fruit bowl on the side. So then I finish my milk off. Then I get down with my yogurt smoothie, Lala. Put that in there. And mm-hmm, well, I bought me 8 of these. Mm-hmm. I bought 8 of them. Now let's get started the lesson. Okay. For a minute. Okay, class, I just wanted to clean a couple of dishes real quick. So let's see what we're talking about today. Okay, my previous videos, I was talking about building an accounting information system. I have my managers available when I'm not going to be available. In other words, my business is, say, for instance, I'm running a business, Cheryl's, what could be Cheryl, Sally's, Myra, Myra's, what about a hat and scarf business? Myra's Hat and Scarf Retail LLC. So in other words, I need that accounting information system. I need my managers to be available when I'm not around. I need that accounting information system. Or I might need more than one. I might need systems because I might have 5 or 6 different offices that I want to put a computer information system in for my employees. So when I build that accounting, when I have my networking professionals build that accounting information system or systems plural, I need it because I need information. I need to keep up with my competitors. I need to keep up with my customers, my suppliers, my manufacturers, trends in the market. I need to keep up with trends in the market. I need um, whatever I need information for. I might have to deal with the SEC, Security and Exchange Commission. I might have to deal with creditors, competitors, banks, credit unions. I might have to deal with all those things. So that is why I need that information. I have, I might want to acknowledge my target markets. I have 3 or 4 different target markets. I'm targeting 20 to 50-year-old male customers, 30 to 70-year-old female customers. College students would be my third target market. So those are the things that I need that I have to keep. I want to continue to build my brand. I want to have something unique. I want to make sure I have the right niche that's targeting the right target market. This niche might target this particular target market, then I might have another niche. My niche could be if I'm dealing with hair, nails, like I said, sensitive skin, or if I'm dealing with jeans and t-shirts, my niche could be stretch jeans. And I might want to target this particular group over here. They may want stretch jeans. I might have another target market that might not want stretch jeans. So I'm trying to cater to everybody. I'm trying to sell to everybody if that's possible. So everybody needs something. So if you can find out that everything that somebody needs, then why not be able to market to everyone? So as I said, managers are very important in the organization. So right here it says the work of management and the need for managerial accounting information. Every organization, large and small, has managers. Someone must be responsible for making plans, organizing resources, directing personnel, and controlling operations. This is true of the Bank of America, the Peace Corps, the University of Illinois, the Catholic Church, and the Coca-Cola Corporation. So, like I said, that's what I've been telling, saying in all my videos. Managers, all corporations need managers, and all corporations and organizations need that information. And managers are the one internally when it comes to managerial accounting, because that's why this book right here is exactly what it is, managerial accounting. So we have managerial accounting. And so it says, Good Vibrations Incorporated runs a chain of retail outlets that sell a full range of music CDs. The chain stores are concentrated in Pacific Rim cities such as Sydney, Singapore, Hong Kong, Beijing, Tokyo, Vancouver, and British Columbia. It says the company has found that the best way to generate sales and profits is to create an exciting shopping environment. So if you create an exciting shopping environment, then you're creating an environment where people don't mind shopping if they have the money to spend. And then it says the company has found that I read that to generate sales, profit is to create an exciting shopping environment. Consequently, the company puts a great deal of effort into planning the layout and decor of its stores, which are often quite large and extend over several floors in key downtown locations. Management knows that different types of clientele are attracted to different kinds of music. Yep. So if you're playing music when someone comes in your business, and some people like rap music, some people like R&B, some people like gospel, some people like. So my thing is, why not just play all different types of music? Play a little bit of this, because if you're not sure, you don't know which customers are coming in on that particular day. What if somebody come in and like gospel music and you playing R&B? It said the international rock section is generally decorated with bold, brightly colored graphics, and the aisles are purposely narrow to create a crowded feeling, much like one would experience at a popular nightclub on Friday night. So this is the company right here, and I guess they set the scene up for how they attract their customers in their stores by playing, music. And they saying most customers like different kind of music. And it's a company right here, Good Vibrations Incorporated. Managers at Good Vibrations Incorporated, like managers everywhere, carry out three major activities: planning, directing, motivating, and controlling. So they have to plan what are they going to be doing for the next 5 years, or basically day-to-day planning. They have to direct their employees, make sure they're doing the job that they're supposed to do. In other words, you have somebody working in the accounting department, somebody working in the somebody's a networking administrator, somebody might be a bank teller, or whatever job, and control them. You have to control them, make sure they're doing what they're supposed to do. You can't be supposed to be doing your job, but you're sitting down. So managers have to come and control every situation. Planning involves selecting a course of action and specifying how the action will be implemented. Directing and motivating involves mobilizing people to carry out plans and run routine operations. Controlling involves ensuring that the plan is actually carried out and is appropriately modified as circumstances change. Management accounting information plays a vital role in these basic management activities, but most particularly in the planning and control functions. Planning. The first step in the planning is to identify alternatives and then to select from among the alternatives the one that does the best job of furthering the organization's objectives. The basic objective of Good Vibrations Incorporated is to earn profits for the owners of the company by providing superior service at competitive prices in as many markets as possible. So that would be the same. Say, for instance, my company, I would definitely want to offer competitive prices in as many markets as possible. And that's what they say, the Good Vibrations, their objective is to earn profits for the owners. See, earn profits for the owners. Excuse me. Um, when making this and other choices, management must balance opportunities against the demands made on the company's resources. And then we have directing and motivating. In addition to planning for the future, managers must oversee day-to-day activities and keep the organization functioning smoothly. So my company, I have, I'm building my information systems plural for my employees. So I need my managers to be on point. I need my managers to do what they're supposed to do. They're supposed to motivate, control. Motivate, control, planning, directing, motivating, and controlling. Controlling and carrying out the control function, managers seek to ensure that the plan is being followed. Feedback, which signals whether operations are on track, is the key to effective control. And they can formulate long and short-term plans, comparing actual to plan performance, measuring performance, implementing plans, directing and motivating. So these are some little charts that they have in the book. See the little charts that they have. So comparison of financial and managerial accounting. Financial accounting reports are prepared for the use of external parties such as shareholders, creditors, whereas managerial accounting reports are prepared for managers within the organization. For managerial accounting, for managers within the organization, managerial accounting, financial accounting is mandatory. That's because if you have the auditors and they come, it's mandatory. So the accounting department must have those financial statements, your income statement, your balance sheet, your statement of owner's equity. Those things have to be prepared because financial accounting is mandatory. Managerial accounting, it doesn't have to be done. But it is within the organization. You still want to know how your company is doing. You run the company, you still want to make sure your revenues match your expenses on your income statement. You want to make sure, because you want to know what are my revenues for the year and what are my expenses for the year. I still want to know. It says it must be done. Various outside parties such as the Securities and Exchange Commission and the tax authorities require periodic financial statements. Managerial accounting, on the other hand, is not mandatory. A company is completely free to do as much or as little as it wishes. So in other words, when it comes to the inside, your managerial financial statements, you do as little or as much as needed. But financial accounting is mandatory. In other words, you have outside, you have the IRS and SEC, Securities and Exchange Commission. And I talked about just in time before. In other words, just have enough raw materials or have enough inventory. In other words, you have a warehouse, you have your inventory, you still have to pay overhead. When it comes to accounting, you have your overhead. Your overhead price values. I can say expenses. Your overhead expenses includes everything that's not related to the actual making of the product. So that would be your overhead. I guess you would pay your electric bill, your rent. That would be overhead. So then we have, look, um, the JIT approach can be used in both merchandising and manufacturing companies. It has the most profound effects, however, on the operations of manufacturing companies, which maintain three classes of inventories: raw materials, work in process, and finished goods. Raw materials are the materials that are used to make a product. So raw materials, so say for instance, I'm running a jean making, I'm manufacturing jeans. I need that material for my jeans. I need a stretch material. I need the inside lining of my jeans. I might want to cuff my jeans, so I need my little cuff product so I can cuff the jeans. And so I said raw materials, work in process, and finished goods. So raw materials are the materials that I use to make the product. I make a jeans, and then we come back to work in process. Work in process inventories consist of units of product that are only partially complete and will require further work before they are ready for sale to the customer. So in other words, I'm making these jeans, but I just have my material for my jeans, the raw materials. Raw materials would be just my materials, but then my jeans would still be considered a work in process because they're not finished. I just have the material. I have the stretch material because I'm making stretch jeans. So I just have the material. They're not finished. So that's what they call raw materials. I have my jean material. I have my stretch material. I have everything, all the inventory that I need to make the jeans, but they're not finished. So that's a work in process. Then I come over here to finished goods. So once my jeans are complete and I send them down the assembly line of my employees that's going to sew the jeans together and make the pockets and put the zippers on and everything that I need, and then it'll become finished goods and it'll be ready to be put on sale to the customer. Okay, traditionally, manufacturing companies have maintained large amounts of all three kinds of inventory to act as buffers so that operations can proceed smoothly, even if there are unanticipated disruptions. Raw materials inventories provide insurance in case supplies are late with deliveries. Work in process inventories are maintained in case a workstation is unable to operate due to a breakdown or other reason. Finished goods inventories are maintained to accommodate unanticipated fluctuations in demand. Okay, just in time, as I said in one of my previous videos, just in time, I'm making these jeans. I'm making the jeans. My manufacturing company, Cheryl's L&B Jean, Cheryl's L&B Jean Retail Sales LLC, uh, and I want to honor the just-in-time marketing strategy. I just want to have enough jeans in my warehouse, that I'm going to use, that I'm going to need, that I know certain orders that I already have, and I don't want to fill my warehouse up because it'll overcrowd my warehouse. Overcrowd my warehouse. So just in time, the just in time concept. And then they have just in time purchasing. Any organization with inventories, retail, wholesale, distribution, service, or manufacturing can use JIT purchasing. Under JIT purchasing, see, I talked about the JIT just-in-time production and inventory control system. Now this is the JIT purchasing. A company relies on a few ultra reliable suppliers. IBM, for example, eliminated 95% of the suppliers from one of its plants, reducing the number from 640 to only 32. Rather than soliciting bids from suppliers each year and going with a low bidder, the dependable suppliers are rewarded with long-term contracts. Suppliers make frequent deliveries in small lots just before the goods are needed. So in other words, you make small purchases just before your goods are needed. You have a certain amount of orders from your customers, and you might say, I'm not gonna go out here and purchase all this. I just want enough. I just want enough so I won't crowd my warehouse. So let's see. Next we have let's look at reduced setup time. Setups involve activities such as moving materials, changing machine settings, setting up equipment, and running tests that must be performed whenever production is switched over from making one type of item to another. For example, it may not be a simple matter to switch over from a half-inch brass screws to making 3/4 inch brass screws on a manually controlled milling machine. Many preparatory steps must be performed, and these steps can take hours. Because of time and expense involved in such setups, many managers believe setups should be avoided and therefore items should be produced in large batches. For example, one batch of 400 units requires only one step, whereas 4 batches of 100 units each will require 4 steps. Right, so that'd be simple. Just get buy in bulk rates so you can alleviate some of those steps. So then we have zero defects. When it comes to JIT, zero defects. In other words, you might not have as many, zero defects. You see, defective units create big problems in a JIT environment. If a completed order contains a defective unit, the company must ship the order with less than the promised quantity, or it must restart the whole production process to make just one unit. At minimum, this creates a delay in shipping the order and may generate a ripple effect that delays other orders. Then we have a flexible workforce. Workers on JIT line must be multi-skilled and flexible. Workers are often expected to operate all of the equipment on a JIT production flow line. Moreover, workers are expected to perform minor repairs and do maintenance work when they would otherwise be idle. In contrast, on the conventional assembly line, a worker performs a single task all the time, every day, and all maintenance work is done by a specialized maintenance crew. Benefits of the JIT system. Many companies, large and small, have employed JIT with great success. Among the major companies using JIT are Bose, Goodyear, Westinghouse, General Motors, Hughes Aircraft, Ford Motor Company, Black & Decker, Chrysler, Borg Warner, John Deere, Xerox, Tektronix, and Intel. The main benefits of JIT are the following. The main benefits of just-in-time, so in other words, you got a certain amount of inventory. You don't want to keep a whole lot of inventory, you have a certain amount. So the main benefits are working capital is bolstered by the recovery of funds that were tied up in inventory. So, right, they won't have a lot of money tied up in inventory. Because, in other words, you don't know if you go out there and buy all this inventory and you might not be able to sell. Because I know I had a ladies pocketbook, ladies bag business, and I had so much inventory. I should have used the just in time. I should have used the just in time marketing strategy. Because I had so many ladies bags that they wasn't selling fast enough, so I had to offer a whole lot of sales just to get rid of some of them. 2-for-1 deals, 2-for-1 deals, 3-for-1 deals, So I had to, I finally did sell all of them. So then we have total quality management. The most popular approach to continuous improvement is known as total quality management. There are 2 major characteristics of total quality management. One tool is benchmarking. Okay, total quality management is focused on serving customers, systematic problem solving, using teams made up of frontline workers. A variety of specific tools are available to aid the teams. One of these tools, benchmarking, involves studying organizations that are among the best in the world at performing a particular task. For example, when Xerox wanted to improve its procedures for filling customer orders, it studied how the mail order company LL Bean processes its customer orders. In other words, benchmarking, I mentioned that term before. The book says right here, one of these tools, it says the best performing. In other words, you can use benchmarking with the best performing companies. You want to, you run in a company, you want to see what the other companies are doing. But I think you should be able to use benchmarking for whatever company you want to do research on. They don't have to be the best performing. In other words, I'm running a jean and t-shirt business. I'm making jeans, or I don't have to be making them. Uh, I'm purchasing my jeans wholesale and selling them retail. But at the same time, I still can benchmark to see what other companies are doing, how they running their business. They selling the same thing I'm selling. I want to know how those get a little stuffed up sometimes. Need some hot tea once I finish this interview. This lesson. Um, so then we have the plan, do, check, act cycle. Perhaps the most important and pervasive total quality management problem solving tool is the plan, do, check, act, which is also referred to as the Deming wheel. The plan, do, check, act cycle is a systematic, fact-based approach to continuous improvement. The basic elements of the PDCA, the cycle applies the basic elements. Again, is illustrated probably on the next page. But right here it says the PDCA cycle applies the scientific method to problem solving. In the plan phase, the problem solving team analyzes data to identify possible causes for the problem and then proposes a solution. In the do phase, an experiment is conducted. In the check phase, the results of the experiment are analyzed. And in the act phase, if the results of the experiment are favorable, the plan is implemented. If the results of the experiment are not favorable, the team goes back to the original data and starts all over again. And then we have, let's see what we have. Okay, we have a business process. A business process is any series of steps that are followed in order to carry out some tasks in a business. For example, the steps followed to make a large pineapple Canadian pizza. Godfather's Pizza are a business process. The steps followed by your bank when you deposit a check. Right. You deposit a check, they have the process. I guess when you deposit a check, you have to clear, and they have to make sure the recipient has the amount of money in their bank account. So then it has to go through a process, then it goes back. It goes back to the recipient that wrote the check. So it says the steps followed by your bank when you deposit a check are a business process. While process reengineering is similar in some respects to TQM, total quality management, its proponents view it as a more sweeping approach to change. One difference is that while total quality management emphasizes a team approach involving people who work directly in the processes, process reengineering is more likely to be imposed from above and to use outside consultants. Okay, let's see what else I have. Okay, I have TOC, Theory of Constraints. Theory of constraints. So the theory of constraints is a constraint is anything that prevents you from getting more of what you want. And the theory of constraints. Since a constraint prevents you from getting more of what you want, the theory of constraints maintains that effectively managing the constraint is the key to success. So manage the constraint. Don't let nothing, block you when you're dealing in your business. You won't have no constraints. So what they're saying right here, for example, United Airlines should concentrate on quickly turning around its aircraft on the ground so they do not tie up pressure gates. In other words, if they flying, you flying, the aircraft they flying, their customers, United Airlines. In other words, if they can, once they land on the landing dock, once they land on the landing dock and turn it around, they won't tie up, the gates for the next planes when the next planes come down. Delays on the ground decrease the number of flights that can be flown out of O'Hare and therefore result in lost business for United. And let's see what else we have. So I think that would be enough for me reading. Let's see if they have any examples. This is an example of cost of goods manufactured. This is an example of cost of goods manufactured. Cost of goods manufactured. So what we have here, in other words, we have direct materials, beginning raw materials, add purchases of raw materials available for use. Then you minus off your ending raw materials, and that gives you a debit of $410,000, and then your direct labor $60,000. So this is the cost of goods manufactured. So it's telling you, just giving you the total of how much it costs to manufacture the goods that you manufactured. All the things that you had, the steps you have to make sure you have all your, your proper figures. Manufacturing overhead, all your overhead right here, and all your direct materials. And it's the total manufacturing cost. And so your total cost of goods manufactured would be $850,000. So see at a glance, schedule of cost of goods manufactured appears complex and perhaps even intimidating. However, it's all quite logical. So, so they had a variable cost and the fixed cost. The variable cost, the cost of direct materials used during the period will vary in total in direct proportion to the number of units that are produced. So variable costs will, in other words, change. Depends on the amount of products that you have up for sale. See, it says a variable cost is a cost that varies in total in direct proportion to changes in the level of activity. And then we have fixed cost. It's a cost that remains constant in total regardless of changes in the level of activity. So variable costs will change, but fixed costs will not change. So that is the end of, and let's see, I was trying to see if we have a copy of the income statement, but no, I don't see. Okay, here's a small income statement. We have the sales revenue, $960,000, and then we have all the operating expenses, which would be minus off the revenue, and that's how we get our net income. That's just a short copy of the income statement. So you see, you have your sales revenue, you have your revenue, and then you minus all your expenses, and you come down to your net income. Yep, so you get your net income. Okay, I think that would be all for that book class. And I'm going on 54 minutes. So, I'll just do a little talking now. Let me put the book down. Okay, in other words, my information systems, I'm building my information system, and I have in other words, I have my information system. I have so many companies that imaginary companies. I say Cheryl's Hand Nails, Cheryl's Jean Manufacturer LLC, or Cheryl's Jeans Retail Sales LLC. Let's just go with Cheryl's tennis shoe. Cheryl Tennis Shoe Manufacturer. No, Cheryl Tennis Shoe Sales. Cheryl Tennis Shoe Sales. Nike Sales. Cheryl Nike Tennis Shoe Sales LLC. So I'm still working on making sure my managers are on point to do what they need to do. I'm building my information system. I want more than one. I need one in about 100 offices because I have, say for instance, I have 20,000 buildings, and I need an information system in, basically I need one in every office. I have a certain amount of employees. I have my managers trying to keep up with my competitors. I'm trying to make sure my target market, all my target markets are satisfied. My customers, my employees, I want to satisfy them because you have to keep a track of your employees and your customers. But your employees are an asset to you as well as your customers. Your logo, your colors, your brand. You want to build your brand because and I know sometimes it takes a while to build your brand because I would think that Target, Walmart, Kmart, and all of those stores had, took some time to build their brand. A lot of times building your brand does not happen overnight. So, Target, Walmart, Kmart, even CVS, a lot of those stores have been around for a long time. So, I know they've been around for a long time, and it takes time to build your brand. So, class, I want to say thanks for joining me today. So, in other words, I have my company, like I said, Cheryle Nike Tennis Shoe Sales LLC. I invest $2 million in my business. I want to debit my cash account, credit my owner's equity account, then also need, say for instance, I need to withdraw, 10 million. I need to withdraw 3 million because I want to buy me some inventory. I want to withdraw 3 million, so I want to debit my withdrawals account 3 million, and 9 times out of 10 it's going to come out my cash account. So I want to credit cash 3 million because I need to buy some tennis shoes. I need to buy all types of Nike tennis shoes, men, women, and children. And because I need to take pictures, make sure I'm marketing my products appropriately. I probably have somebody in my photography department that's going to be taking my pictures and put pictures of my products and put them on my website. Then I have my storefront. I have somebody that's going, I have somebody working for the company. Their job title is to put my displays up in the window, make sure the Nike tennis shoes are displayed in the window. You have your mannequins with a nice outfit on. Then they had the t-shirts on, the t-shirts and the tennis shoes, and maybe a scarf around their neck, and then you put those displays in your window, and you have a nice display. That's part of your marketing. That's part of my marketing strategy. So when potential customers walk past, they can see my display, and they might just decide to come in. So if they don't purchase right away, they might be put in my sales funnels. In other words, they could be potential customers. I have to win them over. I have them in my sales funnel. But I have other customers that, I have long-time customers that already been purchasing from me from time to time. And so, but sales funnels would be a great marketing strategy. In other words, I have my website. My website will be set up with all my tennis shoes. I have my mannequins. Then I have live people that's taking pictures. Then we have our photographer, our company photographer, our internet person, our internet personnel, to do all the pictures of the tennis shoes and the mannequins will have outfits on. Also, we use live people and take their picture with the nice outfits on and tennis shoes. Tennis shoes will be color coordinated with the outfit. Have a scarf on, a nice Nike hat, tennis shoes. And so it's all about, and then also prices. You can have all that set up and looking all pretty and good, but if the price is not right for the customer, then they're going to go right on past your store and go to the next. Go to your competitor where the prices are lower. So you have prices, which is a good strategy. Lowering your prices, sales funnel, whatever marketing strategy you want to use when it comes to your business. So class, I want to say thanks for joining me today. So I went over too long. This is about an hour. And so I made my nice homemade tuna and see one sandwich that I'm full. That fills me up for the day. So, and sometimes I don't eat but once a day, and I may eat some snacks, some fruit or something like that. So, trying to keep, from not eating so much. So, one tuna fish sandwich this morning, and then I probably won't eat for a while now till later on, maybe dinner time, or if I do eat anything, it might be I might do maybe a fruit bowl or something like that, grapes and oranges and apples. Or even I might just eat me some of mine like I've been doing. I still have my cottage cheese and my hood cottage cheese with the pineapples. I might just eat some of that, and then I'll probably drink me another smoothie, a yogurt smoothie. So class, thanks for joining me today, and I'm so glad you can join me today. Yesterday I did a video of my little workout routine, so I'll be having more of those. I have more workout to try to build this up, tighten this up. So, so thanks for joining me today, class, and I hope to see you back here. Same place, same channel, Accounting for Real. If you can, subscribe below, comment. Let me know what type of, recipes. I have my cooking segment. I won't do it every session, but I want to have an exercise session. Sometimes I might have a cooking session. And as you know, I'll have my, I always try to do a little bit of counting. I'm trying to keep up with the, then also trends in the market. So it'll be different things on my video. It won't just be accounting on my video. So thanks for joining me today, class, and I hope to see you back here, same place, same time. Hope you have hope you have a nice rest of the week and nice, healthy, enjoyable weekend. Come back to see me again, same place, same time. Cheryle Hubbard Walker, Accounting for Real. And all right, all you YouTubers out there, join me on my channel. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.